Hey folks, it's Charlie here. I am so excited for this interview because we have been yapping for about 50 minutes before we hit record here. We have been getting to know each other and getting in it. I'm joined here by an artist who last year, a couple of friends just stopped me. They're like, have you heard of this artist before? Is this artist on your radar? And I'm like, no, what? Tell me, get me in there. I fell in love. I am obsessed. I love pop music. I love over complex, yearning, emotional, outpouring music that makes you feel like a main character. If you like that, this artist have got you covered. Hello, do you want to introduce yourself to us? Do you want to tell us a little bit about who you are and what you do?
That was just such a great intro. I don't think I can top it. But yeah, basically my name's Amar. I am freshly 24 actually, and I do just your regular sad girl pop. I like making shit deeper than it needs to be, and I like getting into the intimate details of having a crush on someone, or liking someone that doesn't like you back, but just making it super intense that you feel like you're gonna die. It's like the end of the world. So that's basically the type of music that you're gonna get from me.
I love it so much. I feel like that's the music that speaks to me the most. But Emma, you've got a new song out. I love this song. Can you tell us a little bit about Bad Guy? What is this song about?
Thank you so much. This one I actually feel like it's a little bit different because it came from, so I wrote this one in LA with my friend Ethan, and he's a crazy sick pop artist as well. And it's kind of about you need to break up with someone, but you don't want to be the shitty person in the end. I feel like we also just everyone does, we always want to try and be good, and we try to want to be good people, but sometimes you just they don't line up and you need to do the hard thing and you can't do it. And it's kind of just not being man enough to just be I need to break up, and avoiding the end of it. And we kind of as a lot of songwriting sessions do happen, we had a bit of a therapy session, and then we were okay, let's make a song. And Eddie was there too. We wrote it with him. He's my friend from New Zealand. And it was just one of those sessions where things just came out, and then we were you know what, let's just do it together. And then I did a verse, he did a verse, and we sang it together. And now Ethan's great, we're good friends, and we want to make more music together. And it's been nice and refreshing to have. I love doing collabs because it's really interesting to see other perspectives and other point of views. This is my second collab with another artist. My last one was with Jordan Everett. He's also from LA as well, and he's probably the best writer that I know, because he's just he's so good that it's intimidating to keep up with, because he will just start writing and you don't know what the topic is, but he'll just go at it, and you kind of just have to figure out how your verse fits into it. And he's just absolutely brilliant. But yeah, it's so interesting because you feel like you're a part of someone else's world when you make a collab track, and it's just you're absorbing their artistry into yours as well, and trying to make something that meshes with both of you. It's just I think it's amazing. Yeah,
as I said, I love this track because I feel like it adds something a bit different than what you traditionally see when you think of a breakup song, or even a dual perspective / collaboration breakup song. Because it's you think it's going to be, it's the two people in the breakup, or it's really sad, I've been broken up with, or I'm better after I've gone through a breakup. But this song takes you through the alternate perspective of, I'm the one doing the breaking up. I'm the one who's the bad guy here. How do we avoid that narrative? What was it like to step into something that's so different to what you're normally hearing in the breakup song world?
Yeah, definitely. Well, I feel it is a bit of a weird topic. I mean, it's also that thing of, not just me in general, but I feel a lot of other people, it's hard to take accountability, and it's hard to accept responsibility, because me personally, I hate doing the wrong thing. Not that not that you don't screw up here and there, but it's more just I hate being I was so confident with something and then I got it wrong, and then I impacted someone's day, or I hate the idea of hurting someone unintentionally. Intentionally, I'll go for it, but unintentionally, I hate the idea of just making someone feel bad, and I will do absolutely anything to avoid it, and it is a detriment to me, because instead of just doing what I need to do, I'll do everything to avoid it, and it will hit them 10 times harder, or whatever it is. I think usually I'm not the one that's breaking up with people. Usually it's the other way around, where something's not reciprocated and I get hurt or whatever it is. But in whatever situation, as much as you can try to avoid hurt or doing that, everyone's going to come across that in their life, and you're going to have to be the bad guy and actually do some hard things. Oh my god, I'm quoting myself. But you're going to have to break someone's heart, if it's a friend or if it's family. It's just impossible to go through our life without doing some sort of damage. And I feel like it's all about trying to minimize the damage and trying to not hurt people, even though it is gonna happen. Is
Mm.
just trying to be the best version of yourself and just trying to be a good person. Like all you can do is try, right? You can't. There are no guarantees. Every day is different. You're gonna something's gonna happen, but. Yeah, it was interesting because I think Ethan came up with the idea, and it was just like I was like, oh, this is like the first time I've kind of like written from the perspective of like needing to break up with someone because I'm like normally I'm like please don't leave, I love you, that's my kind of like thing. It's like I
Yeah.
love you so much that it hurts, and then I'm just like oh I'm so sorry, I don't know what to do, that kind of thing. But yeah, so interesting.
I love that bad guy here is about wanting to be the good guy because, like, literally when I search for bad guy, like on my music platform on Tidal, it's like Billie Eilish. It's like bad guy
Yes.
when you're like you're in it, you're embracing being the bad guy. So to have the balance with this
The
track, it's
contrast,
not
yeah.
what you expect when you press on it. It's not what you expect when you think about a breakup song. And I love that. I love challenging the norms. So I'm so obsessed.
Thank you, thank you. Yeah, it's a fun little like chill pop one. I'm also just like I'm very like ADHD when it comes to music, and I feel like I need something like screaming at me like every 5 seconds, or I need something to change. I need like in my like all my songs, I'm such a basic like pop structure girl, and I'm like verse, chorus, and all those things, and like I love the build up, and I love like building up to the end, and I feel like this one does that build up, but it's gradual, but it also just doesn't like shock you in a way that's like it's like a calm kind of like no, it kind of stays like pretty like the main thing that changes is like the melody, and like that's like the main thing that's driving it. Besides that, it's not like super heavy electric guitars, which I love, or like it's not like intense like rock beat, or it's not like super like stop start. It's just like smooth all the way through, just like tell you how it is. And it's like it's super calm. I feel like it really complements like what me and Ethan are trying to say in that.
Yeah. With it being sort of like this really calm song, do you have any suggestions for like the ideal bad guy listening experience? Like, where are we? What are we doing? Who are we with? Are we listening to this like pre/post breakup while it's still fresh? Or like,
Interesting. I actually haven't thought about that before. To be honest, every time I listen to the song, it'd be me driving, and then I just like I have it like on disco, and then I just like loop it, and then I would just listen to it 100 times over, and I'll try and either pick apart like what I don't like about it. So I'm very like I'm super like judgmental when it comes to songs, like not just my own but other people's songs. So I'm like, is it really that good? Like, did it really deserve a Grammy? You know what I mean? I'm always like, because I want to judge something, so I just like know like it's also just interesting to learn about new songs and like what like objectively like people objectively if that's the right word, but like all around what people love or like what people are interested in or what other people are experiencing. So I'm a car girl. I love as in not that I love cars, but like I love listening to my music in the car. I think it's just like I think it's the best type of experience to get, even if it's on shitty speakers. Like you want to know like it's that thing of like even when you like finally like get a song mixed and mastered, like you're not a lot of the time you're either going to hear it from a laptop speaker or AirPods, and it's always a different listening experience to what you're doing, you know. So like when you're like in a car, I feel like you're just fully immersed by the sound. Even with like AirPods are great, I love AirPods, but like you want to feel like you're just getting hugged in a song, like no matter what song it is, you want to feel like you're living in the song. And I feel like, you know, a car even with shitty speakers has got like you feel like you're in it. You feel like you're living inside the song, you know? But AirPods, it's like, it's just a walking moment. I'm an AirPod girly, but I do love my car listens. I think at any time as well. I don't know if it needs to be at a breakup time. Unless you're feeling shit about yourself, I feel like it could be a good song if you feel like shit. I mean, usually that's a state of mind for me. So it's nice to have that constant, yeah, I don't want to be a bad person. But yeah, that's me.
Or it can even be like a hype up song in a way where it's like, you know what, I'm going to be a good person today. This is reminding me not to be the bad person.
Hey, any reminder is great. Any reminder is great. It's I love Ethan's voice. He's got such a nice tone. He's just such a soft tone. I'm also just I think he's so cool that his whole persona is really cool, and like all his music is just super he's like the bad boy kind of thing. I feel like that's just it is a bit of his he's got like other songs and he's got like fire around him, and he's just and he's like living in Japan by himself. Like he's just persona of like a bad boy. Like in high school when you had a crush on like I mean, I was a boy. I was a bit boy crazy a little bit in high school, like my earlier days in high school. It's like when you see that cool guy, like the one on like in the soccer team, and you're like, that's him. That's Ethan now. That's what Ethan is.
Yes, oh, I love it. And I'd love to ask, how was it like putting this song together? Because it's not like a traditional, like, oh, you all walked into the same room and everyone sat down together and it came alive. Like, this is happening from several points across the world. You're using our best friend and worst enemy, technology, to put it all together. How did it feel to, like, yeah, work over the internet, put all these pieces together in such a way that, like, would have been impossible 30, 40 years ago?
Yeah, well, we were lucky that we actually started this off when I was in LA, and then Ethan was living in LA at the time, so we got really lucky. And then also Eddie came with me at the time, so we were kind of just like sessioning all the time. So we started off. We were went to Ethan's apartment, and we also, I don't think we had like much recording gear with us, so it was kind of just like, okay, and I'll just like start just playing something. And then I remember like Eddie voice memoing like the guitar and like plugging in, and he's the most talented like mix dude ever, and he just made it sound like a finished record. And then we like laid some vocals, and then Eddie had to go back home, and then I think we finished the rest off. You're actually reminding me of so much of how this was actually made. But yeah, I think there was a part where I'm also like not a huge production or like harmony girly, like, because when I'm working with Eddie, he knows his harmonies so well. He's just so talented that I'll leave everything up to him. I think this is one of those times where like we kept adding like little bits and pieces to the song, and I think I started doing some harmonies on the second verse, and I just remember like being so excited because I was like on my shitty vocal chain with like super hard like auto tune and like compression and everything like that, and I sent it to Eddie, and I was just like, and then I think we ended up like seeing each other at some point later, and like he was like trying to fix up the song, and like he's just sitting there and he's got the song in front of him, and I'm like in the back like a little kid like going so excited because I can't wait for him to hear my melodies. And like he just played it, and he looked at me, and he was like so impressed, and I was like, oh my god, I was like, this is like when you get like an award. And it was great. And then yeah, he chucked it in, and we still had like a couple more things to go. I think Ethan recorded like his main vocals on his end in his studio when he was in LA, and I think I was back in Australia, Eddie was in New Zealand. And then I think he sent it through, and then as I said, Eddie's a fucking mix crazy dude. Like he knows his shit. He's great. And then so he chucked that in, and then I think we only properly finished it up maybe like, I think it was maybe end of last year, because Eddie ended up coming to Australia, and then we were doing some sessions, and we're like, oh, we got to finish this song, and then we added like the final harmonies to it, and then he gave his thoughts on like melodies and things here and there, and then we like finally got everything together, and then chatted to Ethan, and they sent it off to get it mastered, and then we finally got everything together. But yeah, it was like little bits and pieces like kept adding. It's like one of those songs that you have and you like kind of forget you have, and you're like, oh, we really love this song, and we're like, we gotta do something about it. And then yeah, when Ethan hit me up, I was like, yeah, it'd be sick. It'd be like a dream to have a song with you. Like, of course I'd do it. And then yeah, it's so nice when you have like really easy people to work with. Like I can trust that like any song that I do with Eddie, I know it's going to be great. Any song that I do with Christian, who's also like one of my other best friends that lives in New Zealand with him, like I know it's going to be great, and I know it's going to be easy to just like tell him how it is. And I think also in a world of like music where basically every day is like you just like turn up to a random session with a random dude or a random girl or someone you don't know, and you're just like, this person has had so many hits, like let's make a song and like deep dive into your like deepest trauma and like who doesn't like you at the moment, and like let's talk about it. It's so nice to have familiarity and just like have people that you know and trust, and like people that are invested in you. I feel like I'm very lucky to have those kinds of people. So I'm like, I know that if I hit Eddie up with something, he's going to take what I say seriously, but also do the best for the project. So I'm like, if I have a shit idea, he'll tell me, or he'll like show me why it's shit. And I'll be like, okay. So I like feel like my input is valued and respected, but also like, if it's a shit idea, we're not ruining the song, that kind of thing. So it's nice that I have like such an easy channel of communication with the people that are like helping me make my music. So those two guys basically have done like they've produced like most of my last EP and like basically a lot of my other songs. It's just because like they do believe in me a lot, and they like trust me, and I trust them so much, and I like would not be like where I am without their help, and like without them being so easy. It's so hard to find like your team. I feel like everyone says as an artist, I'm going in a rant here, but I feel like as an artist, like it's just the one thing, the biggest like piece of advice is just to have your team of people that you know you can like can trust. Because if not, it's like every day you're finding new people, you're trying to find what works, and like so 80% of the time it's not going to work, or whatever the percentage is. But if you find the people that you trust and you can know you can make it work, like you got to stick with them, and like you got to have like good people. Like if you have shit people around you, it's like you're only as good as the people around you. It's kind of like in your world of music, like if you just kept going to shit gigs, like you're only as good as the gigs you go to. Like you can't like really write a good review, or you can't really give your best work if like you didn't really enjoy it, like a show that much. You kind of just have to be like, yeah, it was great, but you can't like go in depth and detail. And that's like I feel like in a similar way, the same thing with making music. Like you kind of just you have to limit yourself if you're around certain people, even like not even in a music capacity, in like a friendship capacity. It's just you're only as good as your surroundings. So yeah, that's why like even though like we have like 3 different countries like playing into it, it's super easy because it was just like I know like I text Eddie, he'll reply within 1 second just because who he is. The same thing with Christian. I'll call him if I need something, he'll answer straight away. And Ethan as well. Like we're all in different like time zones. I mean like it's I think it's only like 2 hours apart each way, but like when Ethan was in LA as well, it's like a whole different time zone. But you're only as good as like the people around you, and if they are just as committed and invested, then like you're completely fine, you're on the same page. But if not, you'll feel like 3 separate people, but it felt like we were all just one person wanting to make a song as good as possible. But yeah, that was a very long rant about how that song turned out.
I love that, but also that got like super deep. We could totally make like
it did. I feel like we could talk so like forever. Like this Zoom meeting room is not gonna hold us. Like there's so much we could talk about.
Yeah. No, but that's so interesting because I always think about it and I'm like, daylight savings has ended finally, because I'm like, that's the bane of my existence, just 1 hour difference. I'm like, I can't deal with that. And then I'm like, collaborating around the world seems like such an insane thing, but you sound like you've made it all work. You sound like you're a pro at it now. I love that.
There's just like few people that I feel like you'll be able to make it. I mean, like we were talking about before, like I don't have the attention span for like so many things. Like I feel like I'm a person that I will do absolutely every session, because you never know, like you can't like make a judgment, whatever it is. But it's also a whole nother world doing sessions on Zoom. Like some people absolutely love it because it's like the comfort of your own home you're writing, but then it's also the thing of like with technology, it's like super hard. Like I love human interaction because it's like so much easier to understand. Someone would try and just gauge like how to act, because you like have body language, you have all those things, and like when you're in a Zoom it's like glitchy and stuff like that. But there's different advantages to both. But like if you're working like across the world, you gotta like, there's been like a few sessions I do and it's with like people from LA, and I'm like, I'm waking up at 5 a.m. because it's like that's the time, that's like what 11 a.m. for him, or whatever it is, but like that's just how it works. And I'm like, there's this guy in LA, his name is Nick, and he's set up, he always sets up his sessions really good so that like you still feel like, oh, the producer's doing their own thing and your writers are like just with each other writing, you know. And I feel like that's a hard dynamic to like recreate on the screen, because it's like you're all just like, you have to kind of talk to everyone here, but when a producer does their own thing, they've got their screen up, so we can kind of see what they're doing, but like they don't want to interrupt you either. It's a very like not very easy to master. I mean, I feel like I wouldn't be able to like get it right, because I'd be so nosy, I'd be talking all the time. But it's very hard to recreate that dynamic. But when you find people that can do it, it can make like collabing so much easier. And I mean, I don't know if it would be the same if like I hadn't met Nick in real life and then we just started a Zoom, because it's like you don't have that familiarity. But we've done like a ton of sessions in person, so like we've got that comfortability, so it's fine. So he's like another person, like I would go into a session with him and like an artist, and I would know that I can trust his work. It's very, I feel like trust is a really important thing. Like if I go into any session with Christian and Eddie as well, I know I can trust them like to do their thing, and I don't need to, that's like another thing I don't need to worry about. Like I don't need to worry about if the production's gonna be good, of course it's gonna be great, or if it's not good, like that's never the case, you know. Like they'll do their thing. You gotta trust the process, you gotta trust the people that you're with. And like I don't know my shit about production, I'm gonna let them do it. I'm gonna let them do the thing. I'll do the writing, and then if he tells me, it gives me an idea or whatever it is, I'm gonna trust that like it's, you know, it's for the better of the song. There's no ego, there's none of that. There's no like, I want to get my writing on a song. I could not care less if I do a writing session with someone for like 8 hours and nothing I write gets on the song, because it's just like, you want to serve the song. You don't want to like, okay, give me another 10% if I write more. But if it's a shit song, I'd rather like have less percentage and it be a good song. And
Yeah.
like for that to be what is the showcase of the session, not like, oh
Mm.
my god, I wrote most of this. It's not as good as it could be, you know, that kind of thing. I feel like ego does get in the way a little bit. Everyone wants as much as they can get. But you just gotta let art kind of just happen. You gotta let it happen.
I'd love that. Again, I feel like some of this is getting so deep.
I'm
so
literally ranting
motivational
so
for-
much for you, and no one is. I'm gonna like me and you're gonna rewatch this like the whole way through and be like, yes, we did. So it's good. Everyone else is gonna get to 5 minutes and be like, damn, she's talking.
No, but I absolutely love it. Because one thing I mentioned before, your music and like even you as a person, you get so in there. You're like, this is what I'm feeling, this is what's going on. Let's dive into it. Let's cover it all.
I haven't talked to someone in a while, Charles. I needed to. This is like my unpaid therapy session. So
real. And my favorite interviews I've ever done, I walk away and I'm like, wow, like I'm a changed person now. Like that healed something within me. And then it's on the internet forever.
Yeah, it's great. It's great. And then it's gonna haunt me in 5 years, and then that's what's gonna happen. It's okay. I'm so ready for it. I already know that everything I do say is gonna annoy me in 5 years. So I'm mentally prepared for it. It's not gonna be a surprise.
Real. But also like, let's not even talk about 5 years right now. Let's just have a reflection on the past few months, like 8 months or so. You have literally been on fire. You have been doing so much. I feel like, because my friends put me on you. My friends like, you need to know this artist. I'm okay.
I need to know. I need to debrief this after about who it was exactly.
I
won't put them on the spot in here.
Oh no, I love them. But yeah, I was like, okay, like I need to check out this artist. Like gave a listen, fell in love with your music, and then seeing what you're doing online. You are non-stop. Like you had Big Sound, and then South by Southwest. Then you were in like the Triple J on Earth, like top 50 most played artists. Like hello, you are having your moment. How has it felt to kind of just sit with that and be like, yeah, like you're on fire. You are doing so much, and people are listening. Like
it's honestly, it's one of those things where it's like you don't actually know what things are like from other people. Like I only know so much, and I only know so much from my point of view, because I'm like, I don't really believe that I've been, what is it? I think it was like top 8 or something, Triple J, the Unearthed thing. And I was just like, I don't really believe that. Like, I don't listen to me that much. Like, what? So it's really like, I feel like it's such an indie artist, like an emerging artist thing. I just remember like my first song coming out. I was also then as well, I had so many like people around me that were just like super invested in me. Like I had no songs out. I had these 2 girls hit me up on TikTok when I had no followers. Middleman writers, they're like pep talk as well. So they like literally just like knew I had like nothing going for me, and I was just like this little girl singing in my bedroom. This is like, I think COVID, I don't know if we met after, I think we met after COVID days, but like they literally, like I would literally have been nothing without their help, and like without them like just like being like, hey, like you should make this song. And like they produced like my first few tracks, and I just remember like being in my room and like emailing like probably 300 people and just being like, hi. Like I also didn't know how to, because there's also like so I don't know if it's etiquette or if that's the word, or politeness, but like the way that you email people as well like matters so much. And like especially like, I mean, I'm sure you get emails and you're like, what the fuck is this? And you're like, I can't believe that was it. But like it's like everything is so like perspective based. Like me as like a 17-year-old, like I'm not thinking like, oh, like I should be like making this like not like super, like, you know what I mean, just like the way you write something, you don't think that deeply. Even now, like I screw things up all the time, but it's just like, so I'm like, I'm working like like 7 days a week, and I'm like, I need to figure out like what to do with my artistry. And you just like, I got these people to email, and like I know so much about all these people, and then I got to write an email to each person. I probably sent like also hundreds of emails to Bad Guys. Well, it's also a different one because it's like with an American artist, and like the way we like distributed it was so different to like, because normally I would go through my regular route of who I usually distribute through, but then we had to do a different one because of his like label and everything like that. And it was just like, it's so like so different but also so similar, like the progress and the process of how everything's been. But yeah, I just remember like being like, hey Ashra Grubber, can you please listen to please? I was hi Triple J, and I'm like just messaging, like emailing just Triple J, like not even a presenter. Like I'm just like I have no idea. I didn't know anything about how Triple J worked. I didn't know I barely knew anything about Unearth, and like then there's reviews, and then there's all those things. And as we were talking about before, there's so many things that you got to get people to do, and you're just like, oh my god, now I got to get them to write a review. I got to get them to listen to the song, and you want to like when you set up an email, you want to try and make it as easy as possible for someone to listen to your music. And then so I'm like, do I send this person the Triple J link? So I'm like, I've sent like 20 emails already, and I'm like, okay, this person is not a part of Triple J. Do I send them a Triple J link, or do I send them a Spotify link, or do I send them an MP3? Like, what do I send to each person? It's like it's honestly that's like half the work. As like music is like half of it, and then it's all admin. Actually, admin's probably more. Like you wouldn't believe the amount of admin, and then you're also like submitting to like playlists, and then you've got to like pitch for each playlist. You got to pay for credits on like Submit Hub. That's also something the girls told me that I didn't know was a thing. And then like even like AMRAP and like in like researching like presenters, like there's so much radio, and it's just like a lot of it is also just the thing of like luck, whether or not someone sees your email, or like whether or not you've like sent it right. And the amount of times I like lose my shit because I've sent an email and I got a letter wrong, and then I have to do it again, and I'm like dying. It's just like that's what my days are like. And then I got really lucky with getting distribution through like Ditto started distributing my stuff, and then like then I didn't have to like reach out as much to people. I mean, I still always do, but like it was easier to have like someone to like be like, hey, we have another artist that's got like a song, so it was easier to like actually get in touch with Triple J. And then now like once they kind of know you, they're like, oh, okay, we know what to expect, so they're like keen to hear another email. But when they don't know you, they're like, what's this girl sending me an essay on an email? Like, why is she telling me about like when she grew up in the suburbs? Like, you know, it's just like a whole thing. And then like I got lucky enough to like release my EP, and then I had like I've ended up getting like got a manager as well, and like he was helping me like get like some more original gigs, because as I said, I do cover gigs full time, so it's like about trying to get full time into original gigs, and it's such a different world. Like there's so many different approaches, and it's so different than what you might realize. It's just like it's not the same channels, it's like starting from the ground up. And then like that's just been a whole nother thing, like transitioning into that and then finding the time to do, and then you're doing sessions as well, and then when your full-time work is like singing 24/7 covers, it's very. And then you also have social media, so then basically every time I finish a gig, I come home, I do a live stream for like an hour or 2 hours, and I'm like singing cover songs again, I'm singing originals, and like there's so much to do, and it's nice to see like it pay off, or like just like even just getting some like, not that I'm like, here's an award for your hard work, but it feels like you're getting like appreciated, or not appreciated, but like feels like you're actually like doing the music thing rather than just, just being a random person that's just like uploading things. So it's nice to like have people like invested in you and support you even when you don't have much to offer, because especially at the start, you don't have like a name to be like, hey, I have this and this, and you're just like, you're so lucky for people giving you support slots, or people just like supporting you in any way, and it's so rare to like start building that momentum. And even now it feels like I'm just starting to build, and like there's just so much to do. There's so much to do, like in a great way too. Like it's really exciting to look forward to. But yes.
So talking a lot there about the big buzzword of the industry nowadays, support. And we had a bit of a chat earlier as well about supporting, about asking people to do anything. It feels like so much, like heading out to gigs, or even just like pre-saving a song. All of this stuff, as you mentioned before, it's such a weight. It can take so much, and it just feels like a lot to ask. But I would still love to ask, as people who are listening to your tracks, as the people who have been there, coming out to your showcases, coming out to your performances, listening to your Triple J Unearthed and leaving the review to get you up to that like massive spot last year, how can we all best support you and best show you that we're actually really loving your music, or we're like me, who was dancing around in my bedroom with my headphones on to your music because it just hits? What's the best way we can show you that love and support without like overwhelming you or overwhelming ourselves?
Okay. So $10,000 into the account where it's would be a great start.
Here's my link, just like scan it.
So here's my link in bio. It's my what's it called? I can't remember. Oh, buy me a coffee. Here's my link for my bio coffee. I literally like had that up and then someone did it and I felt so bad I took it down. I literally was just like, no, I can't do it. And I was just like, I want, like, I feel like every artist just wants to like give and just wants to be able to just like do their thing and like not feel like, not to have people feel like they need to do things for you. But in saying that, I feel like that, like, honestly, the only thing that I could ask for is just like, just do what you want to do. Like, if you like my music and if you want to stream it, do it. If you don't want to, that's completely fine. And you hate me, but it's fine. But like, if you want to do something, just like do it like times 10, or like just like if you want to add it to a playlist, like little stuff like that means so much. Like all the things that probably take like less than a couple of minutes have such an impact. Like just imagine if 100,000 people just added like one of your songs to like one of their playlists, then like your life is just like changed. Like it's the little things like built up from so many people, or just like streaming. And like, if, as I said, if 100,000 people just like took 3 minutes to just like stream one song, if you wanted to stream the song, then it would like, you know, then it has like such a huge impact. And there's so many people that have taken the time to like write reviews and like just even like message saying that they love songs, like things like that, like keep people going so much. There's so many times like I've done a live and it'll be like the 10th live and like I'll just be like, I'm so tired, and then someone will message me like, oh, thanks so much for doing a live, and you're just like, oh, okay. Like it took someone a second to write that and they actually had to think about it. And just like, as an anxious person, I just love being like known that like I'm thought of, or like what I'm doing is right. I need to like that reassurance. So it's like reassuring someone that like their work isn't like not going to waste, but like is like, you know, important. Like it does mean a lot to people. And like the streaming, like not for the sake of like numbers, but like just to know that like, you know, the $6,000 song that they spent money on is probably like, it's like, oh, like someone actually like really needed that, or like, you know, that changes someone. It really means so much. So anything that's free is what I would recommend to do. Just like streaming Triple J reviews if you felt like it, or just like anything like that. Like, and the $10,000 would be great. But that's the main.
Yeah. No, absolutely. Something that I'm always harping on about, like literally in every single interview, whenever I ask this, I'm like, do this. Social media is free. Like people have their account. Yeah. People hopefully are already following the artist they're listening to. Like a post, comment on the post. I've made it like a new rule this year that I'm like, if I listen to a song more than like 3 times, or like if I'm listening to an artist, like if I stream a full album, or like, you know, am I getting in there a lot on the streaming for free, I'm messaging them. I'm being like, hey, like just letting you know, like you just soundtracked my entire bus home. And it's just like, it's free. It takes seconds. And then the artist is like, oh, okay. Like people are listening. Why not do that? Like reach out.
Yeah, I think it's also the thing of like I mean, I'm speaking for all artists ever, but like just from my point of view, if I was saying like from an artist point of view, like we do like genuinely like just, I think a lot of artists just love giving. I think we actually just do. And I think our form of giving is music, which is kind of like, oh my God, you just, you know, putting a song out, whatever it is. But like, that's just like, I feel like it's like a form of love. Like, I feel like we need to like love something so much to like want to put it out and want people to listen. And it's like, the reason why we want to listen is because like we care so much about like we hate to say it, but we do care what people think, and we care about whether or not someone likes something or doesn't like something. As I said, like I'm a super anxious person. Like I'm so sensitive to the people being like, oh my God, like I really liked it, whatever it is. But it's like, we kind of like want to give you something while making something like something meaningful that's like fucking like lasting. And it's not just like, it's so different. Like you can give someone a cookie and be like, I love this cookie so much, like you should try it. But it's like doing that on like a global scope without like with like a little effort, but like also a lot of effort in like in a different way. It's just like I feel like it's artists writing music and like sending it is like a form of love. It also feels like it's a very like not selfish or like not like, I don't know what the word is, but you know what I mean? It feels like, oh my God, I have music out, like listen to it. It's more just like I want to connect with as many people as possible, and like this is my way of connecting with people. Like, so I kind of want you to like jump on that thing and like connect with me, and like this is my journey. I kind of want to be validated that I'm not crazy, but I also want to like validate you that you're not crazy too. So you just, it's like a different form of connection and like love. I mean, that's me speaking on myself, but I feel like a lot of people are like that too. It's just because you just want to share. You just like, you love as introverted as I sometimes am, I love people and I love like hearing things about people. I love like knowing that, I'm connecting with someone
Mm.
in some way. And I feel like, yeah, I just think that's really important. I forgot what the question was, but
Yeah, no, but that is something that, especially your music, like, not to say this to like box you into a category or something, but I
mm,
feel like the music you make really speaks to this certain like coming of age, like big emotions, big feelings that you don't typically find outlets for everywhere. Like, especially like something I'm so passionate about that I could talk for hours about, but I won't,
mm,
is like tween media, or like the in between category from being like going from a kid to a teenager. That's died. Like, there is no tween media anymore.
mm.
And it's like all these safe spaces within media and music worlds are starting to disappear with like culture is taking a new form and all this stuff. But to have music like yours that I put my headphones on, sing along, and danced in my bedroom too. It's a safe space. And like, you're creating this space that people can then enter and share their own feelings with while you're sharing your feelings. And it's this whole cycle that I'm like, it's so special. So you're putting in so much work to this and so much like world building for other people. And like, just the whole aspect of the fact that this is free for people to listen to. Music is free for people to consume. It's like, there is so much missing there. We should be able to give you back so much more for that experience and that safe space you've created for listeners. And it's such a thing that I'm just like, I wish things were constructed better. Like, I love that music is free to access on streaming services, but I hate that in that relationship, you're not getting everything you deserve as a response, if that makes any sense.
That's a whole nother conversation. That's a whole... But it is like, I feel like we are, as we kind of talked about before, we are so lucky to be in an age where it's so easily accessible to like, to grab things and not need to like go to a store to like do certain things, like buy a CD or like whatever it is. But yeah, I think it's I just think it's cool. There's so many things to it. It is really great, and it's just like, I do love making music that I feel like is so, like, for me personally, like if someone said something to me, I would be like, that's insane. Like Metro Girl is literally just about, I miss someone so much that I wanted to get hit by a car and like be like on the edge of death, because I was like, if I was dying, maybe she would message me back and like she would like come check up on me. And I feel like, and maybe not as crazy as me, but I feel like surely someone's like felt like that they missed someone so much that they would just fucking do anything to like see them. And like, then it sucks. Like I fell in love with someone that I literally didn't even meet. Sorry, and I'm just like, I'm sure there's people that have been like super like online crushes or whatever it is, and I'm like, honestly, it fucking sucks when you like put all your hope into like someone, and then like you hope that it turns out, and like just having that like desperation is so like, that's also just like me, cool. That's just who I am. But it is like, it's embarrassing to like, not, I mean, vulnerable, I guess is the word, but like for me, it's like, it's so embarrassing to like, even just like in high school when you've got a crush on someone and you tell somebody you have a crush on them and then they don't like you back. I'm like, that's fucking gut wrenching. That's embarrassing. And then imagine like telling everyone that you just like had a huge fucking crush on this girl that you hadn't met, and then like she like you don't even know if she likes you. Like, that's fucking embarrassing. Or like the Metro Girl of like, imagine like telling everyone in the fucking world like, I really miss her so much that I would like fucking get hit by a car. Like, that's embarrassing too. There's so many things. And like, if I dated a guy, it was literally just about like, damn, I don't think I can do this like whole liking girls thing anymore, because that was fucking embarrassing, because she also didn't like me. You know what I mean? So it's like, you're really just like telling everyone like, oh my god, I'm fucking pathetic. And that's just like that's what my music is. It's just like, this is how embarrassing I am, and this is how pathetic I am, and like, hopefully like someone relates to it, and like you don't feel as stupid for like having such intense feelings for people. Like, I could go through my entire discography. Like, How to Fall in Love is just like me being like, oh, it's okay to fall in love with me, to someone that didn't actually want to fall in love with me. And it's like, if you're scared about falling in love, whatever it is. Love Online, it was after me and my ex broke up, and it was like, oh, I don't want to online date. Like, who wants to tell people that they're online dating and like they're swiping? And I'm like, I had to do that because I was so heartbroken, and I'm like, I just need to do something. And I'm like, a lot of the things that I'm saying is so embarrassing. Julie's House was again about the same person that I'm like, I hadn't met them in real life, and I just like fucking you just like you wonder so many things about people, and you like wonder like, oh my god, what do they like, what does their house look like, and you just like you go crazy like as an anxious person, you go crazy and you wonder like, you know, what dish soap do they use, like do they use the same shampoo that you do, and you're just like you fucking lose your mind, and like it's embarrassing to be that honest a lot of the time, and you're just like someone everyone like that listens to my shit knows how down bad I've been for people. And like that's embarrassing, you know? So it's just like it's such an interesting thing. Music is so interesting. Like the fact that I could just put anything into a song. Unavailable again was just saying, if I get cancer, I get cancer, but I need to pick up her call when she calls me, because then I'm going to be really upset if I miss the call, and then she's going to talk to someone else, and then it's just like you're overthinking. I can't even think about my other songs. Like, Employee was literally just like, I'm gonna stay full time, fucking working, like being your, like trying to be your girlfriend, and hope that maybe one day you'll be my girlfriend, to a person that didn't want to date me, you know. And it's just literally just the simpiest shit ever. So it's just crazy. I think it's just insane. I think it's insane.
It's a safe space. You normalize that, like that obsession, that overwhelming yearning. That now we can listen to it and be like, heck yeah, actually, like. Someone else.
It's not that deep though. Just to preface, it's not that deep, guys. Just so everyone, I'm not obsessed. It's not that much.
If you feel like it's that deep, it can.
If you feel like it's okay. It's okay. If you have like a momentary moment of like, you know, feeling like you want to get kidnapped by a mob, just so you get some attention, like that, it happens. It's just for a moment though. It's fleeting. It's fleeting, mostly.
Gosh, it's like. In primary school, I was always like, I wish, like, if I just broke one of my bones right now, everyone would give me attention, everyone would care, and I'm like, I feel seen by this music.
Yeah, and then you like reflect like 5 seconds later, and you're like, that's the craziest shit I've ever fucking.
Who made me think it was okay to feel that? It was you.
Exactly. It's just me. Just for your 1 second validation, not like a lifelong thing. So don't ever go that girl crazy. But I'm just saying that's just like a momentary moment for people.
Yes. Oh, I love it so much. I'd love to ask you one final question though. We're just talking about. Make it quick. Yeah, we're talking about your soundtrack and how much your music can like change people's lives. Really, I would love to ask you about the music you're listening to, and if you got any local faves like in your local music scene across Australia that you have been loving lately and would love to give a little shout out to.
This is a hard one. Hey, as I said to you before, I mean everyone fucking knows his name by now, Rage Flower, of course. And then of course if you listen to Rage Flower, you gotta listen to Loretta, which is just good fucking pop, which is good, like, you know, you gotta. And then you've got by Jay. Also, same kind of like vibes, fucking great. Then you got Charlie Pittman, as you know, another yearner. The Englishman is a yearner. And then there's so many people. Like you put him. I should have thought about this more before. Daisy, she's absolutely great. There's just so many people. It's so difficult to think about. But yeah, there's some beautiful talent here and all across Australia, but those I think are my go-to like Aussie artists. I feel like there's like some people that I listen to on repeat that I haven't mentioned, but I'll have to think about it, and then I'll tag them in a comment. I'll be like, I'm so sorry, but you were on this list. But yeah, I think that's me at the moment. Yeah.
I love that, because also just like as you were saying before, we were yapping about Rage Flower. Insane. There is some insane talent in this country. Everyone just needs to start listening, tune in.
They do, and that's why you gotta go to Charlie, and you gotta listen to what they're saying. Get the Rex. You gotta get the Rex. I'm gonna get my Rex. I get some of my Rex from you. I do, because I see an artist and I was like, okay, I gotta go listen to Salty the other day.
Yeah. Oh god, insane! Like absolutely insane stuff over there. No, yeah. I love it so much. I'm always just like, I will never do an interview unless I'm truly in there, unless I'm truly frothing over what an
So you're like obsessed. Is that what you're saying? You're obsessed with me. That's crazy.
I mean, I never said that in that many words.
But it was implied.
But yeah, I'm always just like,
I'll take it.
I'm always like, and it's not like if I don't do an interview with someone, it doesn't mean I don't like their music, but I'm like, if I'm making the time to chat with someone, I've connected with their material. I've gotten in there and listened, because there is some insane stuff. There is some insane music coming out of Australia. I wish I could just stand up and shout about it all day. Like, I am obsessed.
Oh, Juno. You know Juno?
Yeah.
They're probably I've like a few of those songs in my like playlist, and I just think like Me Before You, I think is such a great fucking banger. I've listened to it all the time. Alicia Ray, Emery, there's so many people that I just keep I'm remembering now, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, they're so great. But yeah.
Yeah, also just like our like pop leaning scene is insane. We need to have another pop renaissance, because we have such insane pop songwriters, pop vocalists. Like, I love pop music. I love it.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Yes, but I just want to say a massive thank you for making time to chat. All things bad guy, all things that are happening in your world. We could genuinely be talking for like a full 8-hour workday. So if people are tuning in and they want to hear 8 hours of us talking, please let
us know, because we will make it happen.
We can very easily do that.
Yeah, very easy.
But thank you so much. I'm so obsessed with even just like the concept of Bad Guy, but then it's also such a good song to back it up. I'm like, it's a double win. It's such a great track.
Thank you. Appreciate that.